and welcome to the Alila Resort here in Ubud. This is the third Alila property we've done, starting with Seminyak Alila, Uluwatu Alila, and now Ubud Alila. This is with World of Hyatt. I'm with my globalist friend, and this is also our 5th luxury hotel out of 7 we're doing in Bali in just 9 nights. But this hotel is on the older side, but it has opened my mind to a whole new world. This feels like an exclusive jungle retreat. It is more on the rustic side, but it is just gorgeous. It also has probably one of the best pools of my whole life, with the best view here in the middle of the jungle. There is nothing else like this hotel I've ever been to in my whole life. We also have an incredible Treehouse Villa. We're gonna check it out. I wanna show you this resort because if you're coming to Bali, this is a property you're probably not gonna wanna miss, and I wanna show it to you. And welcome to our villa number 504. This is one of the coolest rooms I've ever had. This is actually called like a treehouse villa. Here we are heading in. We're in the jungle, one of the coolest resorts I've ever been to. It almost feels like I'm in a jungle park, jungle forest. It's gorgeous. This room is completely different from their standard rooms that they have. It's massive, and we have a huge patio balcony area that a lot of the other rooms don't necessarily have one that's this big, but this is incredible. We are literally in the middle of the forest. We checked in late last night, but there's actually monkeys all around here. You can hear all the sounds of nature. You've got the birds, the cicadas, just everything. Like, it's one of the coolest resorts in the world. I've never really been to a resort like this that's in the middle of the jungle, but this is literally our room. It's like a treehouse. Now this property is about 30 years old, so it's a little bit on the older side, but it's designed in a way where it still just feels extremely special and unique. But this whole thing is our room, and as you can see, it's kind of on the pillars. It kind of sticks off here, so you really feel like you're like floating above the forest. Now, you can see that there's another one right over here. So these are very special rooms. They are not complimentary upgraded rooms. We did have to pay an extra fee to get this room. Even as a globalist member with Hyatt, you do not get a free upgrade to this room, unfortunately. They changed that policy in September last year. Before they did upgrade people to these rooms, but they don't anymore. The best upgrade that they give is actually a deluxe room, which is actually really small. We were very disappointed with it. So we did pay the upgrade fee, but overall we were disappointed with the loyalty. In my opinion, they should just give this room, if it's available and someone's not staying in it, especially to globalist members with Hyatt, for free. But unfortunately here they just don't, so that was a little bit sour. But regardless, I'm glad we still paid the fee to get this room. It is gorgeous. Huge bed. We have these nets. The only other property I've had these at was the JW Marriott Masai Mara in Kenya. It's the only other hotel I've had that actually put the nets around the bed at night to kind of keep bugs out in case they get in. But there wasn't really any bugs in our room at all last night. But really cool lamps. This is all original wood in the rooms from when it was built, but just gorgeous, huge bed. And then over here, same nightstand. But this is the cool spot. We have a whole little seating area here, and this can actually be made into a bed. So if you have an extra person, you can actually make this into a bed, but it's really cool. These windows actually open up, and then you can look outside the window for both of these, just like that. So this is just a spectacular view, literally in the middle of the forest, and they do not have curtains. They only have these blinds, so it doesn't get like super dark during the day if you close all these, but at nighttime it actually was really dark in here just because out here in the middle of nowhere, there's not really a lot of natural light anyway. But really cool. It's just really, it does really feel like a treehouse with all this really cool flooring. Huge TV in the bedroom, which is nice. So they have a lot of modern features for it being, you know, in the middle of like nowhere. Also, there's a nice fan up there. Ottoman in front of the bed, which is a big plus when you have this to kind of put suitcase on. So now what's nice here is we do have these sliding doors that close off the bathroom area. And that's nice because you have a lot more privacy in here, and they're really thick wood doors, which is great. Now in this section here, we have the closet on this side. We just have a lot of our things we're just unpacking. And then over here, we have the coffee maker. This property, like all Alilas that I've been to, has the glass bottles. This is third Alila in Bali. We did all 3. We started with Seminyak. Now we are here. We were at the Uluwatu one, and now we're here as well. Coffee maker, you put the pods inside here, really cool. A lot of storage down below here. Work desks, this is where you can sit down if you have your laptop, get some work done, but another beautiful window. So you can open these as well if you want to get the view, which is just really special. So you basically can pick like how much you want it open by putting the little hole in the slot, and then it locks the window in place. But it's just, this is magical. Like we're in the middle of like a movie. I just want to show you what's in here. We actually have really nice cupware. This is really premium. I really love all these for the coffee maker. And then down below here, there also is a mini fridge with a lot of drinks and little snacks for purchase down below. So you can't really put your own things in that fridge, but they do have it already fully stocked. Now here we are heading into the bathroom. What's really cool about this room is it kind of goes all the way down. It's a really unique setup. I haven't really had anything like this before, especially in the bathroom. You can look down and see our beautiful flower arrangement here, and actually smells really good. Also this light, it's just really cool. It's not the most modern and new hotel, but it really reflects that like treehouse vibe, and I'm actually really impressed. Now the shower is really cool because you have this completely different darker gray tiling that goes to the ceiling, which is fantastic. And the rainfall shower has really good water pressure. It's very comfortable with these tall glass doors. I also love the smell of the Alila bath products. And then over here we have the toilet room, also very big with the tiling that goes to the ceiling as well. Now this is the coolest part because this tub is insane. 2 sinks, so 2 people can be getting ready at the same time with the mirrors that go all the way to the ceiling, but a lot of just nice amenities. What's nice here is they also have like the bug repellent spray, a lot of different things that you may need. Here we are, the tub. This is going to be definitely top 5 tub views of my life. This is incredible. You can be laying in this tub and it's very deep and it's very long, so you can easily fit in here. It's spacious. They do have windows here, but I think they lock them. They are not opening, so maybe that's just for safety. But regardless, even in here, I can still hear the sounds of nature. It's just incredible, but really beautiful. And you're literally looking out here in the tub, kind of out in the forest and the rest of your room. But this place is just spectacular. I don't normally stay at a lot of Hyatt properties, but on this trip, my eyes have definitely been open to the world of Hyatt and just how amazing a lot of their properties are. But especially this is a nice property because if you have points with Hyatt or with Chase, you can transfer them to Hyatt and be able to redeem them to stay at a place like this. So this is only a Category 3 hotel with Hyatt, so it's only about 8,000 points, give or take a little bit per night. So it's actually a really good value to get to stay here. But keep in mind, if you do want this room, it is going to be an extra fee. The regular fee is about $270 extra. Sometimes they may be able to negotiate the price down a little bit, but I'm not sure. You can always check with them. But this is just the tip because we also have the rest of the hotel, and the best part about this property is the pool. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's go check out the dining venues, the pool, and everything else. Alila Ubud is perched on the edge of the lush Ayungin River Valley, surrounded by jungle and terraced rice paddies. The property opened in the early 2000s and has become a beloved destination for travelers seeking a serene escape into nature while staying close to Bali's cultural center, Ubud. This property is also incredible because it is very reasonably priced compared to the other luxury hotels in Bali in general, especially Ubud, and for what you get, it is incredible good value. The property has 68 rooms, making it pretty exclusive. That's not a lot. That includes rooms and villas spread across the hillside. The resort's design integrates beautifully with the landscape, offering stunning views of the river and jungle below. Despite its age, the resort maintains a tranquil oasis. It's located just 10 minutes north of central Ubud, so it's a perfect spot because it's not too far away from the downtown area, but it's also secluded just enough so you feel like you're in a paradise out in nature in the middle of nowhere. The remote location also means you'll experience the rich biodiversity of the jungle where you hear all the sounds of nature, and you will definitely see monkeys. They are often making appearance by the pool, which I will show you later, but there was actually quite a few of them the next morning. The river that the hotel is located by down below was actually the same river that we rafted on the day we checked out of this property and checked into the Mandapa Ritz-Carlton Reserve. So it's just incredibly cool that as we were going down the river, we actually were going right by some of the very hotels we would stay at. Arriving to the Alila was a very unique experience because we had just done all the really cool hotels kind of near the airport area more in Bali, which has a lot of beaches, the cliff sides, and now we were actually going all the way into the jungle. It's a completely different experience. So if you're coming to Bali, you have to stay at least 2 different hotels. You have to do one that's maybe by the beach or cliffside, and then you have to do one in Ubud that's kind of more in the jungle. It is 2 completely different experiences. They are like completely 2 different worlds, and this property blew my mind as soon as we pulled in, because you feel like you're just going into the middle of a jungle, and it's crazy that they actually have a hotel built way out here in the jungle. As you exit the main road, you wind through the different fields and lush greenery. It's just really beautiful. It's kind of a ways back, but once you kind of get to that secluded entrance, you immediately feel like you've just left the rest of the world behind. The open air lobby design is just so beautiful, incredible. It's kind of perched up, so you kind of have a great view looking around. They provided us welcome drinks, and they opened our doors right away when we got there, sat us down. It was a very nice, relaxing experience. Now, with the globalist status, they said that they had already upgraded us to one of their better rooms, which we were very excited and looking forward to seeing. And we also inquired, of course, if they had any suites available or villas, like larger rooms, and they said that they don't do any of those complimentary for upgrades, which is really unusual because at all the other properties we've stayed at, even with Marriott and a lot of other Hyatts, there's all the suites also usually included, a lot of them, to get better rooms. But we were optimistic, so they then led us over to the first room that we could look at. But just the first initial walk to that first room, as the sun was kind of going down and the different lights were coming on the property, was just truly breathtaking. I'd never been to a jungle resort like this, and I just couldn't even believe it existed, especially with Hyatt. But it was just a beautiful, beautiful experience. Now here we are coming down. The rooms are kind of along this edge of the wall. These are, I guess, some of their cool rooms, but just look at that view. You're just literally looking out into the middle of the jungle. Now, this is the room that they had given us, and it was actually extremely small. We kind of walked in and we just kind of all looked at each other. There's hardly any space, especially compared to the other luxury hotels we'd been to. The huge suite the Ritz-Carlton gave us, the huge room at the Bulgari, even the Alila Seminyak, we had a little bit of a bigger room. But then this one was just kind of very small and uncomfortable, especially to fit us. The tub also, it looks like all the rooms do have a bathtub as well, but then the actual just bathroom area was pretty small. Also, I wish the tub here had like a view, but this is just like a regular, I think, standard room. But look how small that sink is and the toilet. It was just very cramped, very small room, so we weren't that happy about it. So we definitely then brought it up to the manager, and we went back and we asked to see, some of their larger rooms. So we walked back, and then they did take us over to look at one of their Treehouse Villas that we just absolutely fell in love with. We then kept winding our way around the resort, back kind of past the main driveway, and now we're coming up on the villas. But just look at the lighting, and even a lot of the trees are illuminated, and right away, here we were at the Treehouse Villa, completely different. It's like a completely different hotel than the standard rooms. I mean, there's not even a comparison. It's just crazy how different the experience is that we would have had if we would have just kept the standard room versus switching to this incredible Treehouse Villa. So keep that in mind. The standard rooms here I do not really approve of. Only these really cool upgraded rooms are where it's going to be at. But at nighttime, even, the room was just so perfectly lit. You could hear all the nature sounds, just the spacious bathroom, how open aired it is, and the high ceilings and the marbling. It was just so gorgeous, really cool layout. It was just really unique, really special. You just really felt like you were in the middle of the jungle, and we definitely wanted this room. So we then proceeded to negotiate with them because it was really late at night and we were disappointed with the upgrade that they had given us. So we were able to knock the price down a little bit for the upgrade fee for this room. I still think they should have just given it to us for free, but they do charge extra. I think it's normally $270, but they thankfully were able to come down for us to make us happy. After we made our decision, they were very kind to load all our bags up and take them to the villa, and they set everything up for us, which was really nice, including even an extra bed that we requested. And for dinner, of course, at these nice hotels in Bali, we don't want to leave. So we had the most beautiful walk down to dinner, which was just really cool because they have all these lights just on every walkway, illuminating it so perfectly. They have the little candle lights as you're kind of going down to eat. And then this is the main restaurant, the Plantation restaurant. So this is where breakfast is and this is where dinner is. And they also had like some live music and dancing with some local Balinese people, but it was a very good atmosphere. It's a really cool setting because you're just in the jungle, and it's this really cool Polynesian style like hut or kind of designed building here that you're in, but it was just a really cool experience. You're definitely going to want to have dinner here. The prices weren't that extreme and the food was pretty good. Just down the stairs a little bit farther from the Plantation restaurant is the Cabana Lounge. This is the one that's directly in front of the pool. Now unfortunately the pool does close at nighttime, so you cannot swim in it. Instead you can enjoy some nice light bites or drinks at the Cabana Lounge. Now, the next morning, we did have breakfast at the Plantation restaurant here. With the globalist status, you do get 2 complimentary breakfasts per morning. But breakfast was very special because it was more order off the menu, which is kind of like the Alila Ubud, which we liked because you're not constantly having to get up in a buffet line with crowds of people. You can just kind of sit there, relax, enjoy the food, and they bring the food to you. So that was really cool. I love the centerpiece with the plant at the table. They would even walk around and bring us special croissants or muffins. The only buffet thing that you actually could get up for is the juice and fruit station, which was here. You could get up, just pick out a few fruits. She'd put them on the plate for you, and then also whatever juices you wanted. So that was a really nice feature, but other than that, you could just relax at your table, and they brought all the main dish that you ordered to you. Now for breakfast, they actually do have an option for an all-inclusive breakfast, and that actually does include ordering as many things off the menu as you would like for a little bit higher price. The infinity pool here at Alila Ubud is probably one of the most photographed spots and pools, not only in Bali, but maybe even the world, and for definitely good reason. Like, this is a total hidden gem, and even the most expensive resorts in Bali, a lot of their pools just do not compare to this. Heading down to the pool, you do pass by the Plantation restaurant, and then on the way down, they do have like bathrooms available. And then you continue to walk down past the Cabana Lounge and into the pool area. Unlike a lot of hotels that have a lot of different restaurants, this one does just have the 2, and this one is now the Cabana Lounge, which is of course the one directly in front of the pool. It probably has some of the better views because you're actually looking out at the beautiful pool area. And the seating, it's very modern, and they just have kind of more light bites. It's not that expensive, or you can actually sit in the lounge chairs here and just order things to be sent to you. When you are swimming in this pool, you are in the jungle. You can swim up to the edge and just look out over the valley. It is just the coolest experience. I mean, swimming in this pool, I was like, this is the best pool I've ever been in my life. That's what I would literally tell people. Surrounding the pool are comfortable loungers and private cabanas where you can order drinks and light bites from the nearby Cabana Lounge. The lounge over there does serve casual dishes like sandwiches, burgers, and salads, and it's the perfect spot to spend a lazy afternoon by the pool. We would just sit here in the little chairs and go in the pool, relax. You could even order a coconut. It was just one of the coolest, unique experiences. You have to experience swimming all the way to the edge of the pool, and as you approach, you just look out into the vast, beautiful valley and jungle. It is incredible. And then you can actually walk down past the pool. There's actually additional seats that you don't have a pool view, but you're literally just looking out there into the jungle, into the forest, and it truly is just breathtaking and gorgeous. And one of the best parts is there are actually monkeys by the pool. So when we first went down early in the morning at the end of the pool, there were all these monkeys just playing and kind of gathering together, and some of them were even wrestling. But it's just cool to see actual animals in nature that are not captive, just walking around in the wild. Now from the pool, it was a beautiful walk back, just walking by all the lush green plants to our treehouse villa. And they actually have several of these villas, but it's a really just overall unique experience because there's hardly anything else out there in the world that is quite like this, especially the large size and square footage of these incredible rooms. You're completely private. You don't really have any neighbors next to you. It's literally suspended up on those pillars to so you're kind of like the top of the trees in the jungle, just truly amazing. I also just want to quickly cover the robes and slippers in the room. The robes we approved of kind of on a medium score. They were not super thick, they were more on the thin side, but they were overall, I think, just comfortable because it is pretty hot in Bali. They also had no soft slippers here. They only had these kind of slip-on shoes, so I wish that they had soft slippers. But overall, the grounds here at the Alila are just probably some of my favorite in the world. You could just want to kind of go for walks no matter where you go. They really keep up everything really trimmed, really nice, beautiful, and then of course at night it's all really well lit as well. They also have an Alila gallery, which offers a selection of locally made crafts, artwork, and jewelry, just a lot of different things you can purchase, allowing you to take kind of something home. They also do have a fitness center. I didn't get a big enough peek in there. It didn't have the best views, but it does have a lot of equipment, free weights, and other things that you would need necessary for a workout. I was able to get a tour of the spa. It is definitely a highlight of the resort as it offers a variety of treatments that use traditional Balinese healing techniques. The spa's setting is probably one of the best spas in the world just because of the open air treatment rooms and private outdoor showers, I believe. It just creates a very special atmosphere where you can fully relax and unwind. The treatments range from massages and facials to full day wellness experiences. They also offer different packages that includes also many other treatments. Okay, now for the review of the Alila Ubud. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the rooms. Rooms, I'm gonna give a 4.5 out of 5 here. That's just because this room is really nice, but they're not all like this. Even this one, they're just on the older side because they're about 30 years old. So a lot of the wood is getting a little aged. It's just not as new modern as I like. So for that, just taking off a little bit on the room. Next up is inspiration, 5 out of 5. This resort is spectacular at night. All the lighting is just gorgeous. You got the monkeys, you're in the middle of a jungle. Probably the most unique resort I've ever stayed at almost. I've never been to a resort quite like this. Inspiration is just off the charts, especially if you can get one of the villas. These are just insane. Next up is gonna be service. Service overall, I'm gonna give a 4 out of 5. It has been really great service. It's just, we feel like they don't take care as well as like loyal members with Hyatt, like Globalist with their upgrades. They're just to very still small rooms. We feel like they should do even bigger upgrades like to villas or just overall. But the service is good. Everyone is very friendly and nice, just not extreme over the top like we've got like at the Ritz-Carlton Nusa Dua we were just at. It's very good, but there wasn't even like any welcome amenity in the room, no note, no little things. So just the little things kind of added up. But overall service, they're still there. They're still gonna be helpful. They still deliver things right away to your room. Very, very kind and staff. They all have big smiles. Next up is gonna be the value, what I return. That's gonna get a 5 out of 5. If I come back to Ubud especially, we're gonna wanna come back here, but that's contingent on getting like this room. If you get like one of the other rooms, they're nice, but they're very small and they just feel a little uncomfortable because of the tightness. So the value is contingent on getting one of these villas. Otherwise, I'd probably give value like a 4 out of 5. But still very good score here. Very impressed. Overall, it's also recommended, use your World of Hyatt points. It's only around 8,000 per night, or you can pay cash rate. I think it's around $175 to $200 per night US, which isn't that crazy, especially for hotels in Bali and especially at this level. But if you can pay the little bit extra for one of these Treehouse Villas or the upgrade fee, it's gonna be worth every penny because this experience, just especially from this room, is just so priceless and special. It's really worth the upgrade cost if you can afford it. All right, we're excited now to check out probably, this might be the best hotel of my whole life, the Ritz-Carlton Reserve Mandapa, also here in Ubud. I can't wait to check that out next. We're going there now for our 6th out of 7 luxury Marriott hotels and Hyatt hotels in Bali in just 9 nights. Let's go.